Yeah, we gotta change at least $100 because right now,
Yeah.
it's $100 less than what we want to change the hiring amount to.
Grade 5 on deputies will go to 40,660. And under the jail transportation environmental emergency management guy, it'll go to 40,660, which is $100 more than what it is now.
No,
No,
No, because Richardson
Do
was
what now?
caught.
no,
That-
that's the cap. They're already making that.
it's 100, but it's just
The
100.
cap was $100 more. But all the deputies and the transport officer and the health and safety guy will be making 40,660.
Right.
They're all over that. That other number's just, it was the cap that was put on there. So it's
That's what
not
I'm
a,
saying, if
it's not
we're
a,
not gonna ever stick with the cap,
why not?
then why do we have a cap? But there is a purpose for the cap, so.
What happens is when raises go through, you either give it to the person or you give it to the position. And when you give it to the person, that's when the cap pretty much goes out the window, because when you give it to the position, it all changes as we go. So,
The hiring amount does, hiring amount. Does it change unless we change these grades?
that's what I'm saying, if you give it to the position, not the person.
Yeah.
Because the person can leave, and then you're hiring them back in where they were making 40,660, which is what I'm asking for the hiring rate, to stay with everybody else. When that person leaves, it goes right back down to 38.1.
That's correct.
Right. If you give it to the person, if you give it to the raise to the position, that doesn't happen. It goes to 40,660 and it stays
Not
at
unless you change the
40,660.
hiring amount here, which is.
But
what
that's
we're
because
doing.
that's the position that's on the paper. Those are the
It is.
positions.
It is.
So when you give it to the position, it automatically should change on the paper.
So if you give it to the position, then the person that is in that position right there, then doesn't get it, is that what you're saying?
If they've already got it. If they're already making that, then they wouldn't get it. I've said that since the beginning.
All right. So next year, if we do a raise, let's don't talk about that, okay. Let's just get this done. Perfect. So are we good on 5, 6? 6 being raised to 43,060 rather than 40,560 where it has been? That's 2,500 raise.
It's all 2,500.
And it's all, and 7, the lieutenants, the hiring amount is raised to 45,460.
45,460, you said? I'm just trying to write it down. 45,460 is what you said?
Do you have one of these sheets, Jean?
I have one, not that sheet number.
Okay, that's,
45,447,
that's what he's
71.
asking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then that one goes to 45.
I want to make it a little clearer
And
this
everybody's
time
over all that.
when we have the motions, because we didn't have that on that last, on the 2020. It wasn't in the motion when we made that increase that we were talking about. And so I looked back and we didn't, I'm not saying we didn't make the motion and all, just, I think it'd be clear if we have it in a motion. Yeah.
So
All right.
like after the change, bring this back and have it accepted after the change? Is that what you're saying?
That'd be good too, yeah. All right, so what are we doing with,
Lieutenant,
you made the motion on 5, are we, what are we doing on 6 and 7? Are we good on those?
43.
So that we're all being one motion or not?
43,060 on grade 6. And grade 7 will go to
45,460.
But do we need to, on this motion, do we need to say anything about the cap?
Well, we need to, if we could, decide, are we actually gonna hold to the cap, or are we not?
But keep in mind, all my deputies are making 40,660 that I have now anyway, so it's already over the cap.
What are we gonna change the cap? That's what he's asking.
It
I
should,
think
it
we-
needs to be
I
changed
need
if I'm
to.
already over it, yeah.
It needs to be. Very over it.
I'm talking about in the
Or do away
future.
with the cap.
We're gonna have one or not.
Oh,
You wanna think about it, and we can talk about the cap next time, let's do the hiring for right now, so he's good with his advertising, and then seriously think about what we're gonna do about the cap. Either stay with it or do away with it.
I'm good with the two vacant positions as he has
Okay,
for $40,660.
all right, grade
Okay.
5, you're good with grade 5.
I'm good with that.
All right, now for grade 6, for the regular, the sergeant right now, they make 43,060.
Right.
And he's asking that the higher end be changed to that,
To that amount.
That's the $2,500 pay increase.
so that the next person that's hired will be hired in at the higher amount. Or that transfers in.
Because as of right now, my
What are
sergeant,
you making that?
if he leaves and I have to promote somebody else, they'll actually take a pay decrease of $100. Because the sergeant pay right now is $40,560 starting. Well, if the starting pay for deputy is $40,660, he's actually gonna get a promotion and get less money.
I'd be good with that.
So I've just increased everything $2,500 according to the pay increase that we received. And the money's already in there. It's there anyway. So it's not, you're not adding anything, we're just trying to get it right on paper.
I think to get it right on paper, we need to give, increase grade 5, grade 6, and grade 7 higher end, 2,500 each.
45,
Actually,
60 on
7
grade
would be,
7.
it's a different amount, a little bit different amount. Because 7 is 42,480, and then 45,460 is what he is asking for. So change grade 5 higher in amount to 40,660, grade 6 higher in amount to 43,060,
Right.
and grade 7 to 45,460.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, we have a motion on the table. Is that what that motion is supposed to be then?
Yes, ma'am.
That full, okay.
So nothing on grade 8?
We're gonna have this back on Wednesday, when we have our regular meeting to talk about the caps. Let's don't even get into that right now, it's just gonna take a little more thinking, I think. So, the motion is to change grade 5, grade 6, and grade 7, and you got the amounts,
Yes, ma'am.
all right? Discussion on that. We don't have a second yet.
Second.
We have a
Who
motion and a
seconded?
second, is there discussion? If not, all in favor, aye. Opposed? None. Motion carried. All right,
Now-
we will be talking about the caps then on the next, at the next.
Now, that is, okay. So what just got approved? Just so I make sure.
5, 6, 7. 5 is 40,660. 6 is 43,060. 7 is 45,460.
Okay, thank you. And I have another question, and like I said, that was my main concern as far as the deputies are. Since the budget was approved the last time, I've lost 2 jailers. Those 2 jailers would have received the $2,500 increase. So I guess what I'm asking is could there be any consideration on my jailers, the openings that I have in my jailers, since we've already budgeted it anyway for the new jailers coming in to make the 32.5? And I'm just asking, if you don't do it, you don't do it. But it was second tier on my concerns. As long as I got my deputies straight and we can get some people in here. But the money, again, the money's already been budgeted, so I didn't know if that was possible or not.
I think it is. I'm concerned about the job fair that we're having here at the present time, and McLennan County's coming, and Limestone Correction Facility's coming, and I don't lose any more. I don't pay is. I know there's be a drive involved, but
But right now, the jailer higher end is at 30,000,
30,000,
and you want to move it to 32.5.
yeah.
Yes, and the money's already been budgeted, because I've lost them since the budget went in. I've got 3 openings and 2 people out on COVID, so I'm 5 people short right now. I'll lose 1 or 2 more, just like I gave y'all the update on, we're looking at possibly populating again.
So basically, all we're doing is adding the 2,500 to the positions that you had vacant or filled, they get $2,500.
Yeah.
It's the 2,500. So you just want to raise up, say if you got a vacant position, you're wanting to raise it up to that
To the
25.
32.5.
Just what they would have got if there was somebody in that position.
Yes,
They were
So
already-
it's actually
and I've lost
Like I
them,
said,
so
it's already.
it's already budgeted.
Right.
Yeah, it's already budgeted, I'm not asking for
And
no
we're
more
not
money.
doing anything any different than what, if there was somebody there, if there was somebody not there.
Right, I'm not, there's no money being added to the budget at all. Yep.
And so it doesn't make any.
But it may make a difference to,
So is that changing the higher end to grade 1, or
Is
is
that what's wondering?
that changing the higher end to grade 1?
I think
Can't have somebody quit before today.
If you do, we're depopulating. I said if we lose somebody else, we're depopulating. They'll all go to Limestone. Costs more money.
I'll make a motion, or I'll make a motion, 32,500.
I'll say.
all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's motion passed.
thank you.
All right.
Judge, I just want to verify that, did we change the salary 1, grade 1 on the salary sheet? Did we just change that higher end for that, for everybody, or is that just 2 positions for him?
Is that just jailers? or is
No, there's jailers, dispatcher, and records clerk, but I'm just asking for jailer.
that- You want that?
I'm just asking for jailer. There's 3 people in that category.
Well, then we'll have to make a separate category.
So we just changed grade 1, and that's why I'm trying to make sure I
I understand
understand.
what you're saying. So it's, you're actually asking for a higher end amount only for jailers.
At this time, yes, because that's what I'm hurting. Yeah.
Now, Jeremy, you
Now,
know this, you have an open dispatcher position, right?
Yes. I have a jailer, dispatcher, and records clerks all in the same division, but we're okay right now, today, in those other 2 positions, so my concern is just with the jail, and I know the
So we
money's
will
already in
have to
there.
make this another section then. You're right, Jenny.
But it'll have
So
to
leave the
change next time.
dispatchers and
anyway.
the records clerks at 30, make a new pay grade for 32.5 for jailers.
There you
I
go.
got
It
you.
was already budgeted, those people just
Yeah.
quit
That was
before.
for the jail. All right. Now, are we wanting to talk about part-time today, or you want to put it on Wednesdays?
11:30.
And I don't know how this works with, as far as your part, some places have part-time, I don't have any. And I didn't know if it would be possible, if there was part-time left over, and that might be how I make ends meet right now, if I could hire somebody out of your part-time, if we had somebody that might put in 4 to 6 hours every once in a while to make ends meet out of what you budgeted for your part-time. I don't know how that works. I'm just trying to make ends meet until I can get people back in here.
I think what you should do probably is in the jail, department, you'll have extra salary, ask for a budget amendment to move it down to part-time.
I don't have any part-time. I don't have
You
one
made
out
yourself
of
a
part-time.
part-time.
That's what she's saying, though, do a
You
bid
didn't make
and ask
yourself
for
a
part-time.
No, is there not a part-time in that?
I can go look real quick.
If there's a line
Yeah, I'm
there,
just trying to
that-
brainstorm and figure out how
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah.
stay afloat until my COVID people get back.
Yeah.
Jeremy, I'm still on my bill license, so you get a fine, if I can help
I'm
with it.
done now. What days you want?
Come on, over, Jenny.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, and with Clyde?
Yeah, Clyde just got his license renewed.
Clyde, Andy,
Andy, look, we have resources.
I'm
What did
gonna
I do?
help. And let
Good
me know.
job.
You got your jail
Oh,
license, you
yeah.
have help
Put
in
me
jail.
down.
Let's talk about part-time today. Wednesday.
Well, I got a question
Yes, sir.
on part-time. There's one here, that works at three different bills, 553, 551, and 420, one person. Works a little different.
Is that?
That's right.
Is that y'all, JP?
I don't know, I can't remember his order.
So, yes, so, well,
Carol Piles, isn't that?
Oh, Carol, yeah, she works for
She
me and
works for
Teresa.
three different deals here.
We'll go to any field,
And then
She
Kimberly
fills in
Thomas,
Teresa's office sometimes, mine, she's like a floater.
and then Kimberly Thomas,
Yeah, Kim,
551 and 553.
yeah, she floats between mine and Teresa's office.
so Craig, what happens
Only when
is,
people go on
if
vacation.
she works for Cinnamon's
understand
office, then
that.
we have to take the money out of that
Yeah.
part. If she works for Teresa's, if she works, whoever she works for, we have to take the money out of that line item. So that's why it's
So
on
she can
there.
basically work more than 29 hours a
No,
week.
no, 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 it's a every now and then thing. It's not a full, it's not a
Still
full
keep up
part-time
with that.
job.
Did you have a line?
Yes.
There is a line. You can transfer money from the open salary or excess salaries down to part-time. Okay, all right. We're gonna take up part-time next time. Do we have any comments from Commissioners Court?
First of those, is having their annual fish fry this Saturday night at the Southern Oaks Volunteer Fire Department.
Carrie Helen,
I'm
Yes,
sorry.
ma'am.
Carrie Helen, please.
Judge
King
Brown.
Helen. Hell, that's where I got it at.
Carrie Williams.
Yes.
Crosswood.
I make a motion with adjourn.
Adjourn.
Man,